ايه ازيكم الشباب، معاكم احمد سامي. انا يا جماعه اسف جدا قوي 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 عشان انا اتاخرت على عمل الفيديوهات، بس عايزين اقول لكم حاجه وانا لسه هكمل معاكم. يعني كنت اخر فيديو عملته بعد شهر او شهرين، او يعني لما ابتدى رمضان. اوكي، دلوقتي يا جماعه احنا هنقول لكم اخر فيديو عملته هو عن لعبه شادو فايت 3، وهتشوفوا يا جماعه دلوقتي هي ايه قصه شادو فايت 3. يعني هو ايه كل بوس. يعني على موبايلي القديم انا ده سطر طويل، يعني زي ما شايفين. مثلا هنفتح جوجل ونصوريكوا الحاجات دي. كيس شادو فايت 3 all طبعا انا خلصت كل دول. انا خلصت على دينجرو وكوزمو وسيرز وتيو واكسينكتوز وكيبو وبول كلون جليتسة ماركوس. هو ده يا جماعة، هو ده اول البوس اللي طلع في شادو فايت. ده يكون اسمه دينجرو is the first boss in chapter 1. He is a ward of the destiny. Dengro destroyed the bamboo first to break the truce between Dagon and the destiny. He later escaped to the Falcon Doors, but the player managed to catch up to himself and then fights him. Dengro wields a dogo called Dragon Roar. He fight with the Destiny fighting style. ده أول بوس يكون في اللعبة. تاني بوس main old friend Cosmo is the second boss of chapter 1. He is a member of the Shadow Squad. It is a squad in the Legion that uses shadow energy in its mission. Cosmo enters ability as the trainer for the player who is new result of Shadow Squad. He is later forgotten as a boss in the middle of chapter 1. Cosmo is equipped with a battle sword, but prefers to abandon it and fight bare-handed once the player gets stunned. He uses two one-armed abilities to and fight with the Legion fighting style. ده آخر بوس في شابتر 1 كلنا عارفينه. مين you were a son to me. انت ابني الوحيد. لا. Sirs is tired and the last boss of chapter 1. He is a sergeant of the Shadow Squad. Sirs is trying to get the Shadow Cipher, which contains great power that he wants for himself. Sirs will twin hammers called bone crosses as his weapon, and he fight with the Legion fighting style. In the first round, Sirs forbids the use of any shadow ability. No one entrance Sirs is allowed to use shadow from after he loses. One Sirs disturbs the rule and uses his shadow from the player from winning, resulting prevent shadow from. He also has an executive boss ability called Sword Walk, in which he can strengthen his armor and to protect him from knockback effect alone. He can still take damage once he is close enough. He can also smash the player's stomach followed by a blow on top of their head. غريبة. كلنا بنحبه. عايز العب في خدود اوي. Okay, من Itio Quest. Itio is the main character of the first boss of chapter 1. chapter 2. He is a first held mate in the game. Itio is run after the player and the zone in the Destiny Today's Ethiopia blames the blame for what has happened to the Sefer and the Emperor. Ethiopia fights with the hairless fighting style and he is avoid helmet katana. Ethiopia of Laido katana as a weapon. Laido katana is used to an equal manner, focusing on making a person deadly stress. He uses to shadow abilities and an excellent boss abilities which allows him to regain his health for about 5 seconds and the default all attacks at the front while he is healing. This can be stopped with a shadow ability or an attack behind you. اكسنج توزو الريزل اللي جايب لي 3 اكسنج توزو لكلون احتمال او طور ده بقى قصته رزلة. بصوا رزل جدا مش راضي يستسلم. مين نيولي بريجل هيل. Xing Tuzu is the second boss of Chapter II. Xing Tuzu was the son of Galen and the best fighter of his school. Losing against the player caused him to leave Galen's school and join the Iron Breaks School. He is a force as a boss in the final of the 100 School tournament. Xing Tuzu, while Tube of Galvin as his weapon and fights with the hero's fighting style both of which he has not fully mastered. This caused him to consist trip and fall when trying to pull a difficult combo where he hits himself in the progress. قصته رخمة يعني. بصوا اكسينج توزو ده راح عند مدرسة وكان احلى واحد في المدرسة. راح لما بلاير مثلا انت يعني هزمته هيروح عند مدرسة تانية متطورة اكتر. لما تيجي برضو تقتله هو بوس هيروح عند مدرسة تالتة وكده مش هينتهي. مين is ريك بلاون اب. Kibo is third and the last boss of Chapter II. She is childhood friend of Zan. According to Zan, Kibo was very upset and became healed. Kibo owns a healed school in the Destiny capital, called Iron Bricks School. She is also an agent of 3 arrows. She is first at the concern of Chapter II. Kibo wields a recorder scalable as her weapon. She fight with Hilda's fighting style. Kibo has an ability to desperate one perform any attack. She also altered an shadow ability in which she knocks the player up to sky while connecting slashing them AIR Brown and then finally slapping the player to the ground. الخاين ده بقى خاين ده طلع كلون بولو فيه 3 منه. مين اصلا بولو the 6 Bolo is against and the first boss in Chapter II. He is a member of 3 arrows. Bolo has performed many actions in the but not limit to cloning himself, mentoring time and expression with shadow energy. He is full after he reveals his plan to examine the dome and the trap common people in the time lesson. Bolo wields a Nika called Shadow Bracer as his weapon and he fighting with Hell's fighting style. He can use an expansion boss ability where he can create a vortex made of shadow energy to the floor which can trap the player if they step on it. Marcus. Main action breaking the fight. Marcus is a main creator of the second boss of Chapter II. Marcus is the general of Legon who led an army that aimed to destroy the heralds and the dome. the dome, and the shadow Sephir, he almost succeeds before Bolo sends him to the Tempest Dimension, trapping him in an endless time loop. The player sends Marcus to fight in order to escape the time glitch. Marcus led against Sword, the called Old Timer, as his weapon, and he fight with Legion fighting style. Marcus is glitched in this fight, which causes him to blink and warp actually in and out of explosion. One explosion special moves on moves an extra degree of on ability, and can cause his attacks to be faster than it was. اوكي انا كلامي يعني مش مفهوم قوي، يعني مش بفهم قوي يعني، بس امبرور ده اللي انا كنت محبوس عنده، بس قدرت اهزمه. هوريكوا يا جماعه الفيديو وانا بهزمه ازاي. انا كنت لما قتلته كنت هادي، مش عارف ليه. اوكي دلوقتي كنت هادي في الحته دي. جاهزين يا جماعه؟ حرب القوي والكبير. وريني يا بوس ديمبريد، انت لسه جديد يا عم، ده انا اسرع منك. بصوا يا جماعه ضربته عليا يعني ضعيفه. بصوا بص ديمبريد، انت لسه جديد يا عم. لا تعالى هنا، انا المعلم بتاعك عشان تيجي تستاهل. عووس رجلي حكموا كده. وي يو وي بص سهل. ضربت كانتور وضربته من فوق. انا المعلم هنا. واو متفكرش تحاربني تاني يا سدوب. بروبلم سادو راوند 2 انت لسه صفر يا انت نونو يا عم. ده انا هوريك مين ارنب دلوقتي. او 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 بص مش ضعيفة. خد دي مش يعني مش لازم بطنك. مش انت جعان وجالك كورونا؟ طب تعالى هنا نط من سيف. انت لسه بيبي مش عارف تلعب يا عم. تيا مفكرش تحاربني تاني يا بوسل امبرور. اوكي كانت سهلة، ده جايب 0% سهل. بس دلوقتي بقى نهايتك جاية عشان تنتهي حياتك. وريني اللي انت مش عارف تهزمني. ده انا اسرع منك وانت لسه ارنب مش عارف حتى تتحرك يا عم. خد دي. او مش قوية. خد دي كمان. خد دي ودي. خد دي خد دي خد دي كمان. خد دي تستاهل والله. او بص بتحب كده وقول سلام. قولوا يا جماعة السلام. بص بدا امبرير اشوفك بعد 5000 سنة. اوكي زي انتم شايفين، بس يا جماعة الفيديو كان ملهوش صوت، يعني الصوت عنده كان مش مسموع قوي. راح بصوا هنكمل دلوقتي. Main as in Shadow Destiny Ember is the third and last boss of Shadow Chapter III. He is a member of Three Arrows, and the hero the Destiny Emperor was the keeper of the Shadow Cipher. Not only keeping it, Emperor sometimes used it in an attempt to research the cipher. Bolo helped him overcome the side effect by creating the Void Room with the Emperor Wizard, and he often spent times there wrestling himself from the cipher. Emperor is frozen at the concern of Chapter III. After he gets busted by a shadow beast, he fights with Destiny fighting style. The Emperor gains a shadow monster from Wild Begin bossed after transcends Shadow monster from will not wear off and the Emperor stay in Shadow monster from the rest of the fight while in Shadow monster from he uses an experience boss ability in which he turns a part of his back into the Trusan Emperor, then experience it and attacks the player with series of them blows. اوكي دي الحتة اللي انا عندها انا محبوس في الحتة دي بقى دي افاتار محبوس عند التلاتة دول انا اخترت اتيو من غير قصد يعني اخترت اتيو بس في موبايل قديم انا اخترت ماركوس لكن اخترت اتيو اوكي هنشوف تاني اوكي mean ascendant, Shadow Lord, mean ascendant, Shadow Embrace, mean ascendant, Shadow Over. Shadow Mind is first as the first boss of Chapter IV. Building on the distance the player made towards the confession of Chapter III. The Shadow Mind can bosses return Zan, Marcus, or use the return of S. Them one possibly different as well. Whoever is possible by Shadow Mind will have access to prevent Shadow from through the enter fight. Shadow Marcus will be for if the player saws the story the Cipher. He fight with the Legion fighting style and has an ability to stun the player with his sword with the effect or rift for 2 seconds. Shadow Zan will be fun if the player saws the present Cipher. She fight with the Destiny fighting style and has an ability to snare the player boo for 7 seconds and them to be vulnerable to move. Shadow Etyu أنا اخترت Shadow Etyu بقى. Shadow Etyu will be fun if the player chose to experience the Cipher. He fights with the Herald's fighting style and has an ability to use his katana to make waves with Shadow Blasters. يوكا مين أدرين كات بريسون القطة الرزلة دي بصوا قطة رخمة بصوا قطة رخمة هي دي القطة هي دي أرخم حاجة اللي فيها قطة رزلة متوحشة فكرنا جميلة كده يعني لما تيجي تحاربه قطة جميلة بص دي هتيجي مياو وتيجي تجيب قوة عليك اوكي دينجرو كل ده بقوله خائن كائن رمادي الخائن ده اوكي هنا اوكي Yoka is the second boss of Chapter IV. She is a member of the rebel group from after the rig explosion. Yoka along with a shadow in front cat Sad from the deadly combo she can summon Sad over time and ability to down towards the player. Yoka wields their harness called their horn kilbers as a weapon and she fight with the Destiny fighting style. لينج انا سبقتك وكسبتك يا لينج يا اللي بتقلب سلاحك وديك تعمله زي ماركوس كده مين اصلا last of the Samans Link is the third and the last boss of Chapter. Mr. Kata بحبه اوي okay. Link is third and the last boss of Chapter IV. He is the last Saman who lived at the force and later found the Empress and become its leader. Ling has many abilities like zooming into his katana and hurling يعني لينج ده مش عارف جامد جدا. الابيليتي بتاعته ان هو يقدر ينط فوق الكاتانا ويجي يسقلبه عليك. It's like jumping into his katana ونوقف الفيديو ونرجع لك تاني. بصراحة عملنا سكيب عشان القصة مملة. راح عندنا دلوقتي مستر اوكادا. انا في موبايلي قديم بقى هزمته بسهولة يعني. انا لما لسه اول مرة اجي اهزمه ده انا هزمته بسهولة من غير ما اخسر. بنوب جدا مستر اوكادا بس سنبه ابيض وحلو. Mr. Okada is the first boss in Chapter V. He is a master of saddle bots and a former assistant of Bolo. After Bolo betrayed him, Okada bought Captain Bangus ship. Mr. Okada is the first boss in Chapter V. He is a master of saddle bots and a former assistant of Bolo. After Bolo betrayed him, Okada bought Captain Banks' ship to Isip. As a master of saddlebots, Mr. Okada can control his saddlebots to help him in fight. He can summon them randomly to attack. His opponent, Mr. Okada, wields Kusami Gama called Blood Reaper as a weapon and fight with a hell fighting style. ده البوس اللي انا يعني كان صعب جدا عليا. قاعد يعملي زي اوبي كده. مين كرسادو تايمز سيف is the second boss of Chapter V. He is a corporate river chieftain in the Shadow Island. Sif using golden crystals as a weapon and fighting with the Destiny fighting style. He also has a weapon ability to control entry battlefield by passing blades far from him as he contains some waves of roads and drops dimming vents to boss back. The player he will stop if the player is defeated or suffix damage. He can also be stopped if the player currently goes back of him. In that case, he will stop continuing to use his ability. Main Ackerman, Inner Evil Angel is the third and the last boss of Chapter V. Okay, كنت بقول ايه. Angel is the third and the last boss of Chapter V. It is a basic manifestation a tube of Shadow Beast that infected Moria. When Moria left Shadow Island, the Southern returned and itself in the form of Angel. Angel wields as a weapon. It fights with a Legion fighting style and uses 3 shadow ability, 2 of which are ranking abilities. Exing توزو قلتلكوا عندي حق هيرجع تاني. مين اكن تريبل ستايل فايتنج ده بقى اخر بوس عنده. Chapter VI Heart of the Legion. Extinctus returns as the first boss of Chapter VI. After the event in the 100th School Tron Extinctus vowed to master all the fighting styles to defeat the player. His journey led him to the Legion prison. Taras someone known ways Extinctus quest in learning all known styles. The sin in him history embroidered in both fighting skill and a blessed bold. He managed to win 5 Gilder-styled prison fighters, making him gain the respect of every Destinian bushman and doing the alias Alexander. The player faces Extinctus once again when he party is trying to stop the prison raid. Extinctus a mixed fighting style of Legion Destiny and Herles. He wields three types of weapons: 100 sword staff and a pair of scythe at once. With he is capable of facing successfully. He does not relatives Shadow Ban anymore. Instead, Shadow Tuzo Xang Tuzo has a raised bar which fills up every time he takes damage. Once the raised bar is fully. Xang Tuzo can enter the raise mode and turn his attack power and the defense, while in raise mode Xang Tuzo will not lose his balance when attacked, and he be connected off his feet. صوتي كان واطي شوية. كوين لولاندا ده انا هزمتها بسهولة. Queen Lolanda is the second boss in Chapter VI. She is the queen of Legon. However, Lolanda had the old Legon with herself. She Bellman the elders and the Lord old person with ascent to her head caused their land to be Bolo had upgraded Yolanda's body by installing many devices to her body, turning her into a doll. Like pinning this device will allow her to regain her health. She fights with her fighting style, and she wields blue-colored as soon as her weapons. Yolanda has a special ability where she can raises her numbers to the action her race with she will use after losing one round. اوكي، عارفين هو ايه اللي جاي دلوقتي ده؟ Shadow Mind. Perfect fusion. Shadow Mind returns as the third and final boss of Chapter VI. After the player heard its story of Shadow May and the 3-hour Shadow Mind reveals the risk of Shadow's actions. He can help the player stopping Shadow, but the player must prove that they are worse for its power by defeating it in battle. Being made of pure Shadow energy, Shadow Mind is vulnerable to physical attacks. In order to damage it, the player must enter Shadow from attacks developed while in Shadow from B or 8 weapon attacks. When armed, hits ranged weapons or Shadow ability are the only things that can damage it. For instance, dealing or revealing damage to from Shadow Mind will quickly enters the player's Shadow energy bar. Distance Shadow Mind deals a fighting style different from other opponents and the bosses. Its main offense are its Shadow attacks. Shadow Mind can add 5 last 5 Shadow abilities and 3 special abilities. بولو ده يكون بولو حقيقي بقى. مين ديزافو؟ Bolo returned as the first boss of Chapter VII Part 1. Unlike the previous Bolos, the player had this Bolo is the real one. He had proven many times travel that there is many clones of him begin from. Bolo fights the player as a way to test if the player is really Shadow discriminant. He wields Nodase as his weapon. It has the burst of large of Sakalabel and has resonance sound legend. As again, the sword Bolo can bury any attacks thrown by the player by connecting own reflex back to time in order to return his health to the first touch and stops everything around him. Many Cosmo the Immortal. كلنا كوزمو كان ده في 2018. ده كان اخر بوس، بس انا كرهته اوي يسرا. بصوا الساوند ازاي، يوم يوم يوم. بصوا سلاح، بصوا يعني دراعه آلي ازاي. بصوا سلاحه عامل زي الكرتون، عامل زي الكرتون. Okay, Gizmo is the last boss of Chapter VIR, Part 1. He has become a safe in the new Lego. Gizmo had been there with Shadow energy many times, the sun in him, getting powers and his mind to go mental. Gizmo fights the player to recall the good old days. Gizmo wields a grey colored light brim as his weapon, but he is still a fan of to hand wait guys second. Okay, many times in him gaining powers and his mind to go mental. Cosmo fights the blur to recall the good old days. Cosmo with a grey colored light brim as his weapon, but he is still a fan of hand to hand combat. When he enters Shadow form, he senses his weapons into a pair of shadow cells, attacking on both arms with threats as if they were pieces. Cosmo fighting style. When using the cells is same style as Legon one-armed style. Cosmo also has the ability to assume the player's shadow from dimming player and making himself enter shadow from inside. Z Z واحد جديد اسمه Z. Okay, Z is the first boss of Chapter VII Part II. C is a nomad, the reason of Destiny. After Shadow destroyed it, the player has to fight her to stop her from attacking zone. Z fights with stream, a complete sense. Glaive with his excellent combos. C can create glass like berries. C can with shadow energy to perform action momentum, and sneaky attacks to trick the player with the burst help that can sidestepping to the player to dodge their attacks. Use it a modern to jump or hold herself into the brown herself invisible. انتوا بقى هتصدقوا shadow. الشادو اللي كل واحد بيحبه، يعني صدور ده مستحيل. بصوا جامد ازاي، بصوا جامد ازاي، بصوا عضلاته جامد ازاي. ده مش لابس لبس كمان. اوكي، Shadow is the final boss of Shadow Fight 3, a living legend. He was a once respected hero before he attacked the Destiny and hurls Dommersing every time to the ground. Now he has become an evil tyrant who is hated by everyone. That's only because of his death. Shadow aims to create the world where the late May is alive and will be by the correct one of inform a new one on its ashes. The final battle with Shadow can last up to 7 rounds, in which the player dragon سمعت ورا كويس والله. ده انا عرقت. The final battle with Shadow can last up to 7 rounds, in which the player is requested to score 4 victories in order to be clean victories. This fight is much different than any fights the player has won them, as it different many current mechanics and the custom that takes place whenever the player won against Shadow in his people. is best. In the first boss, Shadow fighting by controlling again robot from the inside. The robot will not recoil from any known Shadow attacks. It has three main offensive abilities: its hand, energy blades, and missile launchers. The robot can deal critical hits with its hand and energy blades. In the second boss, Shadow fights the player by himself. He uses a very deadly combat style with a mix of many moves combined into a number of longer combos. Shadow also has a sword which protects his health from attack. Any attacks he reveals will reduce assault infect. In the third of final versus Shadow fight, in Baron Shadow from using his shadow powers. He is affirmed after using the shadow shadow mind. He can activate many weapons to be used against the player as well as make shadow mind emerge to shut out a different shadow energy beam in a house radius. آه. انا كده قلت لكم يا جماعه عن كل البوسات اللي في اللعبه كلها. ده كان كتير جدا. اوكي يا جماعه، لو عايزين يا جماعه بوسات تانيين او يعني هقول لكم هي ايه كل اسلحه بتاعت الالعاب. زي ما شايفين هنا مكتوب armors weapons helmet ranged weapon sets legends tiny hero story chapter I chapter II. وهنا في survival question و creators، في كل حاجة. لو عايزين اقول لكم ممكن اقول لكم حاجات تانية. ويا جماعة السلام، واشوفكم الفيديو اللي جاي.